My arms ache when I slide the last box out of the car and it slips from my grasp, hitting the ground with a shattered glass thud. I stare at it for several seconds, wishing for the ability to rewind time, hoping that the fragile pieces inside will be miraculously intact. But the box is still on the ground, and now I have an audience. Wilma Murphy from across the street walks over, cane in one hand, cup of coffee in the other. She stops a few feet in front of me, takes a slurpy sip, then says, "You know, it'd be smarter if you pulled into the driveway and unloaded the boxes at the back door." I'm annoyed she's probably right, but I won't give her the satisfaction of seeing me shaken. "Is that so?" I say. "I'll remember for next time." She narrows her eyes, surely sensing the sarcasm in my tone. "So you're really closing the store? Does this mean your mother will be cleaning rooms with you for the rest of her life?" Fun fact about my neighborhood in Providence. Silver Lake has fewer than 9,000 residents, which means there's a decent chance the boy you have a crush on 2 blocks over could have already hooked up with your cousin. What it means for me? Wilma Murphy's grandmother used to babysit my mother in the same house Wilma still lives in across the street. Even more interesting, Wilma's sister, Bridget Murphy, is a permanent resident of the hotel where I work, and just so happens to be one of my favorite people in the world. And it might have been a nice thing, working in a space with one sister and living on the same street as the other. But Bridget and Wilma haven't spoken in decades. The reason is still unknown to me, but I believe it when my mom says Wilma was always petty or judgmental, because the longer I live in this apartment, the clearer it becomes that this 71-year-old woman can often be both at once. So I'm certain she must have done something incredibly spiteful to her younger sister. "Maybe," I say, "but at least we'll have good company with your sister living there." Wilma's top lip curls at the mention of Bridget. "Guess you aren't the businesswoman you thought you were," she says, before pointing to the lawn with her cane, a sour look on her face. "You should get someone to mow the lawn." With that, she turns away, whistling a song while walking toward her house with its perfectly mowed lawn. Once I'm inside, I take one look at the shattered jars of sugar scrub and sink against the front door, still feeling the sting of Wilma's words below my breastbone. When we opened the shop, my mom was able to quit housekeeping to focus on creating products, something she started when she was a teenager who was sick of being sent to the salon every Saturday for relaxers. She never knew she'd find joy in making hair products, but 6-year-old me was already dreamy while I listened to her sing and whip shea butter till it was smooth, waiting for the chance to mix something too. All I hoped for was to be as cool as her when I grew up, for her to look at me the way I looked at her. And I finally felt that when we first opened our shop. I glance up at the wall to stare at the picture of us hugging in front of Wildly Green on grand opening day, remembering that she couldn't keep tears out of her eyes. "I can't believe this is real," she said. Then with a shaky voice, "If only your dad could see us now." My gaze flicks to another picture of the 3 of us, which is in the same worn wooden frame I've had since high school. Dad with a handlebar mustache I'd poke fun at, me on his back with small 6-year-old fingers pulling at his blonde hair. Mom in stilettos with beautiful brown legs, tiptoeing to place a kiss on his cheek. He was staring straight into the camera, and it feels like he's staring right through me now, knowing that the business degree I was so proud of, the one I flashed in front of Mom's face, insisting we were ready to transition from a stable kitchen business to a store, didn't mean I'd have smart solutions to save it. I pull my phone from my pocket. Nothing else from Issac. He's been in Cali for 2 years, and I still struggle with him living across the country. That he's too far for weekly movie nights. I hardly remember the last time we browsed a bookstore together, and I can't bring myself to tell him about Wildly Green over the phone. If I'm being honest with myself, I haven't wanted to tell him at all.